Guys, Ronaldo here and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this tutorial with programming. So in the previous video we already seen how we can write a code in a PHP file and use it to check, to validate the user's input and forward it to our database table. So if you watch my previous video, you will finally know the you will know how to code in PHP, so we can use it to validate user's input and forward the data into our database table. So let me just show you what we have done in the previous tutorial. So if you are just new, be sure to subscribe, be sure to watch the previous video. So as you can see here in my users table, so we successfully inserted the data into our database table. So within this tutorial, we will learn how we can create a login form and validate and check whether the username exists into our table. Then if we can find the user's data into the table, then we will let them in or log in to our database table. So this is what we have done in the previous video. So now we need to go to our AS file explorer. Then we need to go to our htdocs. So we need to go to our htdocs. Then we need to copy or we need to go to our Webmaster lite. So we need to go to our Webmaster lite and we need to go to the htdocs, and we need to go to web demo. We need to open and click save as. We will rename it to login.php. Then we need to go to register user. We need to save as to login user. So login user CSS. We need to open again the save.php and save it as login save. I will name it login save save.php. Okay, now in the login PHP we need to edit. So in the login we only need username and password. So we need to delete or to modify some elements or attributes in the page or in the documents. So we need to remove the confirm password. We don't need this one, so we need to remove. Then we need to remove this email. So we need to remove this email. So we don't need this email for login form. Now we need to remove this field set. We don't need this field set. We can use the form. So we can only use the form, and we need to transfer this form tag. We need to transfer it. So because the form is the root element table, so maybe if you have watched the previous video, so I made a mistake of putting this form inside of a table. This should be come first because this is the root element. Then we also need to go to our register PHP and we will move this form tag above to the table. So we need to put right here, paste. We also need to move this one, the closing tag, the form, cut and put it here. So we need to paste it here. So now let's go back to our login PHP. Now remove some space. Then what we need to do will be this one. Instead of create, the value should be login. Then the value should be login. Then this one will be login. Then this one will be to the create PHP. So register.php. So register.php is the file. So this one. So whenever the user click these anchor tags, so it will go to the register PHP. This one will be login. So now what we need to do, we need to click save, and if we try to look at the login PHP, so we need to modify, we need to repair it to the login user.css. So the style sheet, so we need to change the style sheet to login user.css. If we try to open it back again, so okay, login user.css. So we need to edit some code. So we need to save, maybe login user. So login user.css. So here in this one we will remove the build set. So remove the build set. Okay, we remove this build set because we will not use the build set. Okay, so we have the login user and the table will be, so the form, we need to change the form. Change this to form, and that F1. So if we go to the login PHP, so we need to go to login.php. So we need to go to login.php plus F1. Action will be login save. Again, save.php. So title of our login save.php. So login save.php. The method will be okay. So we have problem here. We need to cut and we need to post. Okay, so we need to post. So make sure that you have done it right. So okay, click save. F1 username, it's for username and password. So submit and form, click save, and let's try to view. So we have now the username and password. So what we need to do will be to change this. So whenever we click, we go to create. So try to change PNL login at PHP. I will say create. Okay. Great. So now, so what we need to do, we need to save, try to view it in our browser. So just go to my browser and we need to go to our web demo project. So this one we need to view the login.php and it is not being centered. So it is not being centered, so we need to move the form. So let me just go to the CSS. So login user CSS, we need to go to the form, but first let us just debug if we can debug the form. So outline solid green, say green to px for the form. So now refresh, so you can see that this is the form, and so we need to resize the form. Okay, so let me just remove the dimension of the form. So let me just remove dimension of the form. Now we need to refresh, so we can see that the form is covering the whole width of the screen. So we need to put value. I need to undo. So px, but we need to put margin. So okay, let me just remove the background so we can see the table and we can see the form. Okay, so the field set, we removed the field set already. So let's click save and refresh the browser, so we can see that our table is not centered or the form. So what we need to do, we need to first put a margin to our form to move the form. So we need to put margin, and I'll say auto. So let's try if we can put it to center. So we need to refresh, so we can see that our form was at center, but we need to move down the form. So we need to put margin in the top. So we need to put margin top. So margin top. So margin top will be equal to 5%. We need to click save. We need to refresh. Okay, so the form is not moving. So we need to remove this one. instead of Goto, so we need to manually put a margin. So we see that move a little bit down, so let's add another margin. Let's make it 10. Now we need to refresh, so we see it's move. Let's make it 50%, so you can see that it's really go down. So this one's really go down. So now we need to put a margin left, margin left equal to 45%. Let's try 45%. So boom, it's really go to the right, so we need to decrease the margin. Let's set it to 40 and save, so we can see. Okay, let's make it let's decrease the margin to 36, I guess. So now we need to refresh the browser, or we need to 35 or 34, so margin 34. Refresh. I think that is look like in a center, so or we need to 33, something like that. So we need to change. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to move the table a little bit down, so we need to put margin top maybe equal to let's say 5%, semicolon. So we need to refresh the page. Okay, let's add a little add additional value, so let's make it 10%. Then let's make it to 30%. Let's refresh the page, so let's make it 25%. Refresh the page, so it seems like it's good. So now what we need to do, we need to put a background to our form. So if you want to put a background to our form, you just copy this one, put it to the form. Then we need to change the name of the image, so we use this image, so this image, so copy the whole name, copy, then back, and we need to remove this one, and we need to paste. Okay, save. Now for the table, we'll remove the comment, click save, so we can see how our table will look like. So we need to refresh. Boom, so we have a nice login form, or we can just remove the form, or we can just remove the background of the table, or we can resize the form. So let me just assign the size of the form the same, or okay, so we just put so the size of the form will be okay. So if we will so what we will do, it's either we will decrease the form, so let's make it 150 and 150, so we can see that the form will be decreasing. Okay, so the forms need to make it 250 instead. Now we need to refresh. I think what we need to do is we can move the margin to the top of the table. So I think we can move the margin of the table. So instead of putting margin top, just put the margin to 5%. Let's try. Refresh. So we can move the let me just change this one to 50, so we can see. Okay, so let me put 200 instead to the form instead of 250. 200 the form, so okay, like that. Then the margin, let's decrease the margin of the table, say 2% to the top. Okay, so that's it. So we have now the login now if we click create, so it will go to the create page. Now if we click login, so we should go to the login page. So we are heading to the login, but the login need margin to the left, so 35%. So now if we try to refresh, so let me put 37%. So okay, so I go to create login. So login is very at the center, so right now we cannot log in because we did not code the PHP yet. So in the next tutorial we will learn how we can code the PHP that will check whether the username already exists into our database table and password. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and if you have some question, write it in the comment below. So see you in my next tutorial. Bye for now.